10 days later, I had 3 books in my hand. The Axis volume content is Level, a promotion training of hunting business. Choose an animal that is strong enough and harmful in one way or another to hunt alone. After successful hunting, using the enemy's body as a sacrifice. It opens up a path to the regression of hunting. The stronger the animal, the longer it stays in the regression. The more blessings I received from my father. Only 3 out of 10 can survive the challenge of promotion. And only 1 person can successfully advance. After watching it, the 3 of them looked at the 2 in front and said, "Just like that, we choose the evil dragon Tan district. This person to 8 stars the poppy is a mineral crystal. The person in charge of the challenge promoted to level A. Of the martial artists, I want to save 3 spears to choose the evil dragon." He was a little surprised. "Are you sure you are a young man?" "But we've reached level a median. Even though you have an advantage when you learn to hunt. Overwhelm the animals. But be level epigastric with a level median. There's still a huge gap." Save 3 was steadfast reply. "But if you use it, 1 strong enough to be a sacrifice. Goddess people will receive more blessings." "That's right. I can't say why." Turn to security. That was also your idea. For high-class B students, to practice with a dragon's strain level a median. Calm down and take a breath. Then look save 3 prices say. You also know the mortality rate of the promotion challenge. Level of economic hunting. That if you take the target at level a median. 10 times the challenge of 1 survivor. It's been very lucky. 3 fake. Master, I don't understand why you are so anxious. Save 3 wild bass where no response. But the facial tone is extremely consistent. I saw the attitude of the security disciples. Stop leaving if you want to, just do it. Master respects your choice. I will wait for you for 3 months. If you don't come back in 3 months, then I will consider you dead. The horse next to me was terrified. It's not. Disciple of the mad hunter. And he's also crazy. The next day, on a rainy night in the 12 hills of Tan district, 3 people are currently standing on the body of the evil dragon. The sword was still impaled on him. The evil dragon on the body is also close to the wound. The river below was also dyed red with its blood. 3 people standing in the rain without stopping to breathe. A moment later, the dragon was completely dead. No more fighting power. He looked at the person standing on top of him inexplicably. I don't really understand your hunters. Why use your life? To protect the mortals. It has nothing to do with you. There are so many people in this world. There's no harm in eating some tea. The Dragon King also appeared on the back of the dragon. Behind save 3 family applause. Do well despite my instructions. The same few times we help you to avoid the deadly attacks of the evil dragon. But with 2 VI high grade B, that can defeat a superior dragon. You really surprise me. You don't have to go to the Google review channel. Just remember to like it. I want to get promoted here. Protect the Dharma for me. Qin Guang Wang's face did not change and nodded. Be saved 3 have 1 foot down. Held up across the sword school. Dear God. The disciples offered what they had hunted for him as a sacrifice. I implore your blessing. Open the door to the house. After praying, he knelt there and closed his eyes. Very fast, his soul has appeared in a strange place. At his feet were countless flames of life burning. Look at the flames of life around you. Save 3 was not sure uttered. Is this the rule that the Master was talking about of breaking the sutra? I remember very well what Master said before. After entering the precepts of business destruction, don't touch the burning candles. They are fellow practitioners who are destroying the sutras. It's still there, facing straight towards. There's a noise. My father is in the deep darkness. Ask anything you want. This is our only chance in life. As the next generation of technology, I can face my father directly. I'm saving 3 meditations. There was a sound in his ears. Come here. Come here. Save 3 dummy open eyes looked towards the sound. The master's voice said it must be this. Save 3 fake as go. Then the sound of Kier calling out louder and louder. Come closer, come closer. Very fast. In front of him, a body appeared. Save 3 fake. Looking at the body in front of me, I'm not sure. This is my father Asao. Kier observer, saved 3 fake moments. Then applauded uttered. With the gas of your upper B level. But you can independently hunt the evil dragon level A. College is really not bad. With this sacrifice of yours, I can give you 2 blessings. The first is, you will inherit half of your body and soul of these dragons. The second is that the value of this sacrifice is 35. Hear the enemy's words. 3 pages in the head, extremely confusing. So when the hunting offering at the promotion, Ritual A, after being converted into an offering, it can be exchanged for longevity. Master didn't tell me this. I'm afraid I'll choose a hunting target. 2 VI cow died on the way to promotion SAO. 3 started to fall into the trap. After a while he asked, if we choose the second blessing, then you can bless these 35 lives. Can I give it to my master? Father, I can't refuse. The third one doesn't have too much hope. All right, let's choose the first one. Then after the person is promoted to level A, life expectancy will be reduced by 15 years. And half blessed. The power and soul of the dragon. Next, I will give you the blessing of promotion at level A. And the disaster phase of economic destruction. The taboos of breaking the economy. And how to break the curse that we're suffering from. Save 3 and so on. Close your eyes in the rain and listen to your father. After half an hour, he finally woke up. It's hard to blame the tiger. Later, I chose to switch. It's no wonder. Master 2VI has always stopped over the years. At a lower level. After breaking business promotion to level A, every promotion is incredibly difficult. The chief imitators has placed these heavy restrictions in our economy. They're afraid we'll come back and overwhelm them. The queen is standing in the back. Observing the status of the fake save 3 is amazing. Think about his gas and his body. All inflate the foam upside down, even though his 6th form is only at a lower level. But it's about hunting demons and demons. At level a median. It was no longer difficult for him. After a while, I turned 3 and asked. I can see the distance between me and my brother. How many frequencies does Kwang Vuong casually respond? Even though the secret that he practices isn't very good. But even though he is a worshipper of all things. Even ranked among the top class of martial artists. He could also be at the top. The distance between you and him, when you were at the level of this evil dragon, is equivalent. Save 3 hands tightly asked. Just pray to you. I could kill my brother. And we can make up for the life we've lost. By prayer, if not, what do we have to pay in return? Kwang Vuong smiled. The price you pay is the left eye. The power to control your body. After death during a compressed incense. A few days later at 3. Someone is going into the forest right now. After a while, he met a tiger. This tiger is the first tiger shaman. It is best to eat human flesh, and maybe hundreds of tigers at the same time. The bird on his shoulder is the dancer. As long as it sings, it will rain. The first person to see him smile. I knew you would come. He looked at the tiger and asked, after joining you, we can actually get resources to get promoted to disaster. This person is a tiger. He is the older brother of Liu 3. It is the shame of the disciples to break the sutra. The current school is unknown. Scene level a supreme dancer on 2. The tiger immediately responded, the Lord never breaks his word. As long as you can apply to join us, we can help you. Maneuvers in Tiger Fin District. Help you become the next disaster tiger. I'm embarrassed to look at them. We can understand how to escape from the great onslaught. But we can't understand. Why do you want me to kill my master? His life expectancy is only a few years away. They can't threaten you at all. The tiger quickly helped him solve his doubts. No, he's not that simple. His 8th disciple, the Y. He is your brother. A few days ago, with a high Class B practitioner, defeated the evil dragon in Tan. To hold on to the same old muscle, agreed that he has a 20% chance of being promoted to the rank of a major. And then based on performance, complete extermination of an animal harmful to humanity, from which to rise to the level of a plague-ridden insect. Facing this life cycle, people are very likely is the holder of Nam Min, the most powerful fire in history. It's already giving us a headache. We really don't want to face with a true descendant of technology as well. We need to ask you to create a traitor's schemer conflict, to force him to touch your taboo. Hunting of economic destruction, stop him from growing. Shame to hear that. After a while, speak again. I pondered for a moment the next day at the tiger's dojo. A great Han money, and can't believe it uttered. You asked me to help you hunt down an old man. Moreover, he is your brother. Is your tiger brain damaged? You can also say this request. I am afraid to look at the enemy seriously. When he heard that, he was angry. I thought the traitor left the line of destruction. Follow things as if you were corrupt enough. I can't believe you can even play a new trick. More rotten. If not, I have a debt to you. I really want to blow your head off right now, to see if underneath the shell are people or demons. This guy is an appraiser. Excellent training Sun strategy. Power of a superior. The tiger quickly explained. It's not like the circumstances of a broken family. We are very special. If this is my brother, really risked the future to violate the ban. They hunt me. Then we're really not sure we can sustain it. The judge fluttered his hand and said, tell me why. Ruining one's future. There must be a reason. The tiger did not hide. Because I just received a large order. That's killing our master. When the judge heard that, he was angry. You're an asshole who's afraid to notice. Keep talking. Moreover, the biggest weakness of practitioners who break the sutra. It's not good at fighting the enemy. Not specified. Among the people I know. I can only invite you. You are the best person to do this. I just need to solve my brother. Then the love between the two of us will be erased. From now on, no one owes anyone. The judge nodded. All right, I'll take a trip with you. Move the scene to the other side. 3 while praying to the Lord. Your holiness is great. It can relieve 1,000 calamities. God's great grace may descend in good fortune. Now at the request of the 3 descendants of the King Weng dynasty, to the 9 heavens, the king of hell above. There was an immediate sound. I'm listening to what you're doing. Save 3 had quick response. I implore you to come down with blessings. Help my master. 25 more lifetimes to help me kill my brother tiger. The sound echoes again. If you want me to help you do these 2 things, in exchange, you have to pay for your left eye. The right to control your body after death. Do you agree to save 3 and definitely nod? Then I agreed to go to the king. Give him a Dragon Ball. Save 3 had looked Long Zhou in the hand, puzzled ask. What is this? Kuang Vuong replied. I used the body of the evil dragon to form a magic weapon. You swallow this long pearl. It will turn into an evil dragon. I have no use in giving it to you. Let it be added to your prayer offering. Save 3 fake nods, cut the long pearl into the chest, so I accept. What method are you going to use to extend my master's life? The king replied casually. Use elixir to cook an eternal life for your master. In my previous life, I planted a few herbs, waiting to finish with your brother tiger. I'll take you to get it. Didn't he ask many women to nod? He moved the scene to the south of the road. It's raining inside a roadside tea house. 2 people are sitting here hiding from the rain. All around them were countless bodies of fresh blood filling the ground. He looked embarrassed and angry. You got me in big trouble this time. It also puts me on the wanted list. The tiger face is not very happy. What do you think I want? The devil suddenly changed his plans. Told me to betray my master first, and then kill my master. They even said, this is the best time to destroy the state. What's the result? All the masters of the hidden world are with me. You'll die if you do not risk your life. We both had to die there. The angry judge banged the table. Even the grimoire promised. I will help you become a disaster that has also died. Your chance of becoming a calamity is lost. My chance to be religious. I don't know how long to wait. It's so black. I mean, he fired me, afraid to take out a smiling wooden statue. I'm not sure, we've never worked at a loss. Now we've got 12 of them in our hands. Even without the help of the devil. We're also guaranteed to be promoted. When I become a calamity, I can help you too. The judge suddenly stopped him. There is someone in the forest in front of you. He's not too strong, but it's definitely aimed at us. My arms have sent a warning. The tiger turned his head and asked, it's not the compass of the laser bar. Jen Song answer, maybe it's not just one person's guess. It's not far away. 3 people were hiding in a bush watching them. When I was next to him, he reminded me. They found out that the 3 of them had been thinking for a while. Then definitely go out. Get in a position ready to fight. He showed up. I don't know this guy. He is your enemy. Shaking my head, I'm not used to it. Watch out, he's targeting the bounty on our heads. While they were discussing, the 3 authors spoke up. Brother Ho met for the first time. I heard that you are going to visit your master. I was very happy, but my age was high. If you let a traitor of the arts like your brother appeared in front of people who will surely have great fury, it will definitely make you act irrationally. So, please come back for master's health. Shy eyes look at the enemy. Then he shouted at the judge next to him. Let's take control of this boy. I want to ask clearly, who reveals the purpose of our journey this time? I heard that without hesitation. Take power with him. The other 3 saw them coming and sighed. You don't listen to my advice. In his hands quickly appeared a long sword. So don't blame me for not being polite. He just came screaming. And he said, follow his screams. The right arm immediately grew as big as a monster's arm. A giant right. Strong aim straighten save 3 half punch down. Look at the kier punch. 3 is still standing there. The man in front of him called out for an hour. I believe in following his call. Time is not immediately frozen. Pulse, there's no way. Keep punching the opponent. Save 3 and slowly pass next to the enemy. Then quickly turn your sword. A powerful sword aimed straight at the court that slashed. Follow the action. When he swung his sword, time was over. It is also dissolved. Being afraid to wake up in the distance is extremely difficult to understand. I saw that 3 people were swinging their swords towards me. Then scream out loud. Carefully examine him on your right. Turn your head in fear. I see it, but it's too late. He couldn't avoid or fight back at all. Just like that, he was struck by a sword of Liu 3. Eat a whole sword of save 3 fake. But the pulse is still not cut in half. He only saw the jewel on his neck. Now there is a crack. After a guillotine fluttered. 3 people stood there watching the enemy fly through the air. In amazement uttered, I can't give you my best shot. The power of the evil dragon is increased by half. But he still didn't hurt himself. The sword in his hand. The sound of thought immediately echoed. Because he followed the path of martial arts. On people wearing full body armor and anti-damage. Until, when you've used up all his magic power. All your attacks on him. It will be absorbed by his body. The pulse fell back to the side of timidity and fear uttered. Oh my God, I am so lucky to have a magic weapon on me. Otherwise, the boat would have capsized in the ditch. I am ashamed that you saw the skill of this master. Yours yet. Shame on the dark side, you can see the location very clearly. And his movements. In the blink of an eye it changed. Immediately, the problem is not that it comes first. It's that in that moment, he did a lot of work. The other side thought they heard these words. Immediately reminded to save 3. Your brother's eyesight is good. Quickly end the battle. Otherwise, we're worried he'll guess the prerequisite. Let you enter the gap between birth and death. Save 3 fake nods. I think so too. I'm afraid to tell the judge. Let's check it first. Have you fallen into a magic fantasy? If not sure, he's associated with some method. Maybe in the blink of an eye, speed yourself up many times. Quick review. Look at the bracelets on your hands. After a moment, he shrugged off the tiger. It's not sentimental. Be afraid to hear that and immediately turn around. Switch to a combat state. So SAO instant acceleration. The brute power of martial arts. Accompanied by fast to extreme speed. See, my brother is not easy to deal with. At the same time, somewhere in the city. This place is like the tomb of an AI. These eyes are the reincarnation of old Japanese dominant but is an alien god. The ability to control time. He stared at the coffin in front of him. We are constantly calling for the transfer of the wheel. Wake up. Wake up. There is a phenomenon of time stagnation on the show highway. The situation is similar to that in New York. I suspect it was caused by the defeat of the 7th faction in the Battle of Naiha Bridge. I want you to go to the south immediately. Confirmation of the enemy's identity before he went to preach. Inside the coffin, there was a shadow coming out. This man is the King of the Rings, one of the 10 kings. To manage the cycle of reincarnation, he looked at Among's body and said, please take me back a little earlier. So we have time to get to the road. A butt body nods. Next to it immediately appeared a clock. Kim time later. Quickly turned back on the side of the highway. The guard's necklace has now been smashed. The battle of the three is still going on. Extremely stressful. Again hit the pulse of the three families, puzzled uttered. This man's body gas. The resistance is too great. It's happened so many times. I want to help him solve his doubts, or because the person who helped him build his magic weapon. It's very powerful. However, the last blow is also its limit. The judge is constantly being eaten angrily. To watch the tiger scream. Tiger can do it or not. If you can't see, we're both going to have to die here today. I don't want to be a rock for the underworld. It's not a famous battle. Shy tiger, face wrinkled, reply. Look out, but we can't break this trick. The incomprehensible judge shouted. Let's be honest about anything. Don't be half-hearted. I'm afraid to remember everything. From the time of the battle until now, you had 4 chances to beat him. But those for opportunities. He uses his ability to accelerate in the blink of an eye. Dodge and counterattack. The weird thing is, holding such a powerful technique, he has only used it for time so far. I guess this trick is passive activation. The trigger condition is when he's in danger. The judge shouted angrily. What else is there to fight? Suddenly he remembered something. Wait, if it's activated. In other words, we're not fighting him. He can't do anything to us. Shame to nod. Oh, that's right. I thought I could hear them talking. Prompt to save 3 pages. Mechanism of creating a flaw. My life was discovered by them. You're about to get in trouble. Save 3 fake, casually replied. Not even from the beginning. I didn't expect to be able to rely on it. To overwhelm my brother. After the discussion is over, the air on the 2 people afraid of the lake immediately flared up, intense. If that's the case, this problem is easy to solve. I thought I saw their movements and shouted. Be careful, they want to risk their lives. 3 people standing there, I know. But beyond their expectations. It's 2 shy people who are definitely going in one direction. I ran away and thought they were stupid. Standing there without knowing what to say. Save 3 and then wake up screaming. Those 2 bastards hit one. They run away before they finish fighting. The tiger ran and laughed coldly. Foolish martial artists practice all things. You can't take advantage of bullying the weak. You can't survive to level A. Even the king of all things, when confronted by a large adult bear, will not choose to compete to the end. My naive brother. Wait until I invite the masters back. Cursed and poisoned, then you will see what I do to you. The tiger is excited to think about the future. Then save 3 and chase them. School sword in hand, he immediately flew out the direction of the tiger's head. I was afraid to see the sword flying. Fucking can't avoid it. The sword was just a step away from his head. Then time suddenly stopped. On top of a nearby canopy of trees. Incarnation ceremony. I haven't seen you in a long time. Frequency Quang Vuong glanced. The surprised enemy uttered the ceremony. Turns out, you're still alive. I didn't see you in the battle. I thought you killed yourself to avoid the plague. The king laughed and laughed. It's just that there are a few tricks left behind. Not you either. In the Battle of Naiho Bridge, I see the plan, and left the capital to escape. I didn't pay much attention to changing the subject. Don't talk about it. You must have something to do with this man. You want to protect him. The king shook his head. No, I've never seen him come here because of you. The frequency of Quang Vuong is difficult to understand because we SL. School sword quickly transformed. Very quickly, the body of Qin Quang King appeared, facing the Wheel King. I have something worth looking for. Wait, didn't you see the capital lost 7 times? should think that may join with me to overthrow the capital. Take that position. Not to talk about it first. The one who defeats the capital is the one who comes from outside, limited by the only self-morality. You have no way, can become the false head of martyrdom. So the change of power in martyrdom. What does it mean to you? The king laughed and laughed. Before the battle of Nai-Harite, it was like that, but now, the only self is no longer limited to us. God, but I also told you to tell me everything. God knows the secret of the road. Their religion, why did you ever see the king and people like him? As God. But now, you submit to the foreigners. That's right, God is the embodiment of time and the future. A great man named Abuya through the ass. He revealed to me all the secrets of the outside world and of the celestial world. Now I want to share this with you. You are a king of the underworld like me. Shame is a person who uses force very rarely to think. But when he goes hunting alone, he encounters a powerful enemy. His brain is usually very sensitive. For example, in the current situation, he discovered it. At Sao, the monk chased his Kier. Why can you use these skills? Just as he knew that. He is in the eyes of these two. It's not worth mentioning at all. After hearing the secrets and identities of these two, along with the big characters they're talking about, in his heart, he is terrified. When they finish talking, the possibility is the moment of his death. Although this is most likely true, but his strong survival instincts drove him. In the last moments of life, he still tries to think. Find a way out for yourself. The tiger must not give up. You still have time. You can still save yourself. What should you say now to save your life? What can I say to get rid of these two at the same time? You only have one chance if you say wrong. Frequency Kwang. After listening to the Lord of the Rings speak, then sigh. I refuse to accept your share. I'm not interested by transcending the limits of the oneself, as well as your conspiracy. When he heard that, his eyes widened. The Lord didn't notice, so keep talking. Let's not bother each other. I will not interfere with your plans and plans. You may as well have never seen me. The king laughed and laughed. Of course, it's possible, but if one day you understand, you can come to the city at any time to find me. Before the second battle, between the royal capital and the royal Dong Ra defeated, we're not leaving that place. The Lord of the Rings I will remember. When he finished, he looked embarrassed. Your face is full of benefits. What about you? The tiger immediately knelt, endlessly bowing his head. God forgives life. You can use your soul to swear. From now on, if I have any ill will towards my brother and my master, once again, I'll get 5. When the Lord of Heaven saw that, he did not know what to say. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad I passed the first one. Think for a moment. He turned back to the King of Heaven. Keep praying. More than that, young man, even though I've never heard of the mighty title. Serious as the embodiment of the future and time. But sir, in your last description, make your heart full of fans. She wants to be an egg hound. Sir, I want to bathe in the glory of God. The Lord of the Rings laughed when he heard that. Interesting, interesting. This guy is really interesting. It's a waste to kill him. I thought you'd give his life to me. King Kian did not pay much attention. If you like it, feel free. I'm afraid to hear that and breathe out. It's like surviving. The Will Lord tore through space preparing to leave. Before you go, remember something. Turn around and talk to Kwang Vuong. I almost forgot. Let me remind you one last time. The king who defeated the king. Recently, searching for the kings of the underworld. And martial artists involved in martyrdom. Take refuge for good. Let him and his soul find him. The taste in the corner of the mouth is slightly raised. As long as you don't reveal it. Transfer Luan King cold. Then quickly lead Theo the tiger. Into the space tear. Waiting for them to leave, Qin Kuang Vuong slowly went back to the place where he saved 3 knights. Save 3 did not stop glancing left and right. Look around. I didn't ask my brother. You're not in charge of him. The king replied that it was over. It's no longer a problem for you and your master. That's right, come with me to collect immortal thou later. I want to clear the books between us soon. I didn't ask many questions and immediately nodded. To be moved to a safe place. He's sitting on the side smoking a pipe. That way a star of the bar. Non-stop back and forth. Your disciples are also real. Defeat the evil dragon in Tan Tan. Why don't you come back directly? What are you doing wandering outside? He glanced at her calmly. 3 months has not yet come. I'm the master. He's not in a hurry. People are a little annoyed to hear that. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff. But a teacher like you. That's good enough. It's very difficult. There's a new generation of transmission. As a result, you remain calm. There's no worry. Not even outsiders like me. It's the transmission technology. Just don't violate the taboo of breaking the law. It will eventually become the left arm. Lord Zhou's right arm. A deterrent to the outer demons. It's an extremely large organ. This person is 2-8 stars, one of Bai Tu Quan Festival jellies. Responsible for try out how the wandering martial artists get promoted to the highest level. I can hear the words I have to say. The security side. I'm just afraid those monsters think the same. At this moment, there was a knock on the door. I am glad to see that. Your students must be back there. Change the scene to a terraced field somewhere. The 3rd generation radio station is currently here. Looking for immortality. The king picked up a tree and said, "This is immortality. Use it as medicine, according to the method I taught you. People just need to take a sip. It can extend 55 years of life." At the foot of Kuang Vuong, an old turtle also spoke. It can make up for life expectancy. Your master lost. I pray to the god that this turtle is the guardian spirit of thought. The name is 10. I thought to look at the next 3. I have met all your requirements. Now, I'll take control of your left eye. Control of your body after death. A incense compress. Save 3 fake, not a little wrinkle, you nod. We're moving back to the safety and security. She is now held in her hand by a small muscle. I really don't understand. You know there is no chance of winning. Why are you still trying to resist? Obedience, bad coordination, SAO. You don't need to suffer this torture. Security is only half of the body. Hanging on the tree, the tooth said. A young woman does not get angry but smiles. You guys are from your hunting party. It's really weird. There's obviously no talent. But my mouth is as hard as a nail. Or are you deliberately provoking intimacy? Indirectly help your disciples escape the scourge. Stop dreaming. He's coming back. Your body can be touched. Security bite cosmetic T3 fake. Do not come back 3 fake. Don't go back. Save 3 and ask Kuang Vuong. Delayed so long before after so long. Tell me if my master has ever left. The king answered this question angrily. You've asked me 10 times. My answer is no. If you hear that, you'll break your head.